Before we go any further, we want to say thank you to our sponsor over at DraftKings. You may know all about DraftKings Pick 6 by now. You pick more or less of different player stats for the upcoming games, but 2 or more different players until your pick set. Look at some stats, decide more or less, sit back, relax, and see if you made the right decision. Tonight, I feel like these Mondays have been getting short and short on the slate, man. Only a 4-game slate tonight, which means that we don't have that many great pick-ins when it comes to the pick set. But as always, I do have a pick set for y'all today. We have Rockets versus Wizards. You know, maybe a Şengün bounce back. We're going to talk about Şengün, I think, in our next segment here. But maybe a Şengün bounce back against a Wizards team that's not trying to win games. We got Celtics versus Bucks, which there is no Giannis, but the Bucks have been playing decent. The only thing is they usually are beating up on those really bad teams, so we'll see what that looks like. We got Nuggets versus Jazz, which you never know who's going to suit up for the Jazz at the end of the day. Keontae George played his first game in a little bit of time a couple nights ago. And then lastly, Clippers versus Warriors, which no Steph Curry. Not the greatest of slate, but we're going to still make it work. So let's start off with my pick set, starting off with Ryan Rollins more on points versus the Celtics. Ryan Rollins has been playing some really good basketball as of late, especially when that three-point shot is falling. He had a little stretch, a few weeks ago where, he was really, really struggling to hit his shot. But last game, 2 for 5, you'll take that. 2 for 6, a little bit less, but you'll take that. He had a 7 3-point game, a 4 for 7 3-point game. So his 3-point shot is starting to turn around a little bit. And in the games they have won, he has been phenomenal. And I think in order for them to potentially win this game, they need him to be the phenomenal version of himself. So I'm going Ryan Rollins more on points to start. Same game, opposite side. I was thinking about this. As long as we've had, these type of integrations and stuff, I don't think I've ever picked Big Vooch into like a pick set, man. Today is the day. Vooch is one of those, and Celtics fans are figuring it out right now, and I've been here for the last 5 seasons. His good games are so good. He had a 28-point game in the win versus Brooklyn, but the game before that in Denver, he felt unplayable, and he still played 24 minutes. That is the curse of being a 35-year-old center who never was a great mover. Some games he's going to look amazing. Some games he's going to look bad. It's like he's a roller coaster of a player. But today, in this matchup, I'm going to say more on points for Big Vooch. I think there's an opportunity for him to get some more post touches. I love to see that he is still firing off from 3 from 3 his last game. The game before that, 0 for 4, 0 for 3. So maybe he's just on this hot streak now that he's with the Brooklyn that he started against the Brooklyn Nets. I'm going to go more on points for Big Vooch. Moving on to the next game of the day versus the Jazz. No intel, obviously. But I be thinking about when Jokic and the Nuggets or any great team are going against like these teams that are not actively trying to win basketball games and how they try to like put the foot on the throat early so they could get ready for their next game. Not looking past the Utah Jazz necessarily, but like starting off the game, the first quarter ends 42-12. That's the type of stuff that this team is trying to do. And I think in order for them to blow this Jazz team out very early on, you're going to see Big Yoke get more on his points. He has not looked like the best version of himself since coming back from that injury. And maybe this is a get-back game since the Jazz don't really play anybody that can stop Jokic or even come close to stopping Jokic. And lastly, and definitely not least, because this boy right here, man, he was a guy that we mentioned last week as a Mickey Mouse March candidate. And, of course, it is Benedict Mathurin. Benedict Mathurin versus the Warriors. I'm going more on his points as well. This Clippers team has lost their last 3 games. And I think that the Warriors, even though they have been looking better in some cases with Pods and Santos and so on, they got blown out by the Lakers. But before that, they had a couple games where they looked like a competent team. I think the Clippers should come out here and try to win and put foot on throat. And one thing about Benedict Mathurin, that brother's going to shoot that ball. And it's just a matter of will it go where. I'm actually fascinated with Benedict Mathurin as a player. What type of money will he get and from who? Because his start so far, in his 6 games that he's played with the Clippers, he's averaging 9 free throw attempts per. Let me say it again. He's averaging 9. He's always been a guy that can get to the basket and draw fouls. You saw that in the finals last year. But it's at 9 with this new team. And it's small sample size, 6-game sample size. But I'm so very fascinated with his downhill ability and whether or not he'll ever learn how to hit the A button and pass a little bit. But we're not asking for assists in this pick set. We ask him to get downhill and pass that ball, and score that ball. For those who haven't checked out DraftKings Pick 6 yet, there's an exclusive offer waiting for you. Right now, new DraftKings customers can play $5 and get $50 in Pick 6 credits. All you have to do is download the Pick 6 app and use promo code ENJOY when you sign up. Pick 6 is available in most states, including Texas, California, Missouri, so don't be afraid to get in on the action. Ride the upside with Pick 6.
Hit subscribe for more news, highlights, and analysis from the NBA on NBC.